Who founded this secret coin pDAI? Nobody. Do you see that? This is me in the middle, my friend Stevie, and the founder of PulseChain. And yes, all our nipples are pegged. Who founded pDAI? Nobody. You get it? Nobody founded pDAI. pDAI is a forked, unstable coin, and it's on PulseChain. Nobody is the founder of pDAI, and you will never find anybody who successfully claims to be the founder of pDAI. Richard Hart founded PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex. Maybe you recognize them. PulseChain, protein version of Ethereum, layer 1 chain. PulseX, the protein version of Uniswap, otherwise known as Unisoy. It's a DEX. Hex, the better Bitcoin. There's a protein version on Ethereum, and there's a protein version of PulseChain. Richard Hart founded them. There's also a green logo incentive token, the greenest logo in the world, actually. He's involved with them, not involved with pDAI. So I actually did some thinking, friends. So this is me thinking in my squeaky chair, and of course my fluffy slippers out here, hanging out with the boys. I did some thinking. I have not found one positive case of any crypto founder in the industry who received a positive experience from talking about their involvement in a stablecoin. There are no positive cases. There is literally zero upside. Zero. What I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to crank it a bit for you. Play some PUBG music. StableCoin. The StableCoin SuperCycle, my friends. Remember, the US government wants a StableCoin SuperCycle because it means every stablecoin minted is a dollar bid for their US Treasury. It's basically allowing their piggy bank to get bigger. It allows them to spend more. That's why the US government wants stablecoins. That's actually why every world government will love a stablecoin SuperCycle. They really do like that because their treasuries, that's how they supply their funds to the world so they can buy. They supply bonds, okay, which is just fiat poo-poo, and they just pay you an interest rate. There are no guarantees in life, friends, but yeah, you're pretty much guaranteed to get your yield off the government bond. That's the only guarantee. Now, you're also guaranteed to get your purchasing power wiped over time. But, you know, during risk-off periods, people don't feel nice about the business cycle going down and uncertainty, so they like that yield to live. And as people get older, they want to hold a higher percentage of their wealth in bonds, even though all of us in crypto, we're a bit shaky about that, right? Because you don't really want that because if you're holding bonds, you're basically giving your purchasing power to the government and then they can dilute the crap out of it. So remember what I said here, friends. There is not one single positive case for any crypto founder, literally at all, to ever talk about an involvement with a stablecoin. Not one. So there is one slight example we can even go through. Justin Sun, friends. Now, you know Justin Sun, he has USDD. Okay. Justin Sun, remember, here he is, Justin boy, who is His Excellency. Okay, so there's a USDD stablecoin. I forgot exactly how it works. I think it was 90% backed. I think there's 10% of this yield fluctuation, some weird stuff going on with it. But it's basically was like, he basically did it because Luna was like really popular in 2022. So Justin, he is similar to Richard Hart in terms of they're entrepreneurial and they see what's popular in the market and then they like to grab what works and see if they can adopt it for their own chain. So Justin actually did that. Well, you can actually see USDD, right? It actually depegged at one point. I think this is pretty much it. See this? It actually depegged back. This is down to 97 cents. So USDD, right? It's actually kind of wild. Let's actually check what I see. Tron in trouble with USDD depeg. Depeg is deepening. Reserves of USDC are down 10% in just a few days. And while they claim over collateralization, the true cash-like collateral like USDC is only about 60%-ish. Given Genesis or DCG, few people probably watching this USDD. This was back in 2022, as you can see right here, so it depegs. It's actually funny, we have a bit of a description here as well. USDD is a US dollar-pegged algo stablecoin managed through a Tron-based DAO founded by Justin Sun. To maintain the peg with US dollar, the USDD positions itself as an over-collateralized stablecoin backed by a diversified basket of crypto assets, including Bitcoin and USDC. So, as you can see, friends, I think it's still around and it's still like okay, but it's kind of shaky, right? Because anything, Justin's like, you know, you can't really, can't really put all your faith in old Justy Boo because, you know, there's a bit of gets a bit slimy in some places. But what happened to Justin, friends? Well, they're trying to sue Justin. The government's trying to take Justin down. Justin's son legal problems. So just giving you one example, and this is an algo stablecoin, right? So in 2023, look, I've got an NBC News article as well, okay? In 2023, Justin was charged with market manipulation, offering unregistered securities, right? But then in Feb 2025, the US SEC, Tron founder Justin Sun explores a resolution of some civil fraud case. Okay, so this is what they do, okay? So obviously, if you're a cuck and you're a blue pill cuck, you're sitting in a little blue pill chair, your blue pill life, you think none of these are related, you know? But look, when you start to like line all of them up, you're like, oh, makes you think, right? So we do have our tinfoil hat on, but not really, because this tinfoil hat, it's really much of a meme. If you've been literally just anywhere on the internet for the past 8 years, you realize tinfoil hat, it really is just a total meme joke, because everything that was considered tinfoil is actually true or about to come true with an alarming rate. Okay, and there's a lot of things I can't even talk about on YouTube. They'll just start deleting the videos. You also have my friend Binance CZ, friends. Remember, Binance CZ is my confirmed friend, Changpeng. What did they do? Locked up my boy, 4 months. Okay. Now remember, the context of this, friends, is this unstable coin. No one's ever going to claim to be the founder, and you're going to see why. So Binance CZ, friends, he was as clean as you can get. Clean shaven, clean. Remember, Binance is a true unicorn. Binance was not running a Ponzi. All of the Bitcoin maxis were hoping and praying, shame on them, that Binance was running a Ponzi. They really wanted Binance to collapse in 2022 and 2023. Why were they doing that? I was actually standing up for Binance CZ back then. Not that they needed me to, but, you know, I was like staunching up to them. And they really wanted Binance to go down. I still got all the tweets and stuff when I was like firing up at them. They really wanted Binance to go down because Binance has Bitcoin and altcoins that you can buy. That's pretty much it. It's kind of like you're a banana maxi. So you want the whole supermarket store to shut down because they're selling oranges and apples and kiwi fruit. It literally is like that, right? So the Bitcoin maxis really wanted Binance to go down. They wanted to go down to zero. So that's why, if you recall, if you look at the BNB BTC ratio, a lot of the Bitcoin maxis, when BNB went below this level here, they believed there was no air. They believed there was just nothing there, that it was just basically just like trading off thin air. You can also see this as well on the BNB USD chart as well. They were like very confident there was like nothing here. So they were like, this thing's going to blow. This thing's going to blow. Guess what? It bottomed out and then it went up. It's kind of funny. So you just can all suck a fat one. So even though Binance CZ escaped by the hair of his chinny chin, they had BUSD, friends. So, I mean, by the way, I might not give you the highest value content in crypto. Binance BUSD was shut down. Okay, very, very sad day. So this is BUSD. It was shut down by the corrupt SEC. Okay, I'm just going to show you quickly as well. Man, I can't believe you dogs. You freaking... This is the game, bro. The game's rigged, friends. This is just... Don't have to tell you this, right? See, look at this. Binance said it's going to end support for BUSD. Following the exchange's August announcement, it would gradually do so after Paxos, the company that issued it, was ordered to stop minting the coin in February. So what happened here? Well, I told you what happened, right? So the US government, here we go. So Binance will cease support for BUSD. So friends, this is a $20 billion operation. Okay, it was making money. It was doing exactly what Tether does. They've got $20 billion. They have 5% yield that they're earning from the US Treasury. They're earning $1 billion a year. They were generating $1 billion of profit. What did the corrupt SEC do? Shut it down. Why? Because Gary Gensler, scum, semen drinker himself, ordered as the hench dog from the US Fed to go shut it down. Okay, so, and that's all because the US government has to control Bitcoin. They want to control Bitcoin. So they want to send all the BlackRock volume through Coinbase because they can control Coinbase, and Brian Cuckshon is controlled. They're all controlled. So they didn't want any volume to go through Binance. They wanted all to go through Cuckbase. So that's exactly what happened. So to do that, see how dodgy they are? To do that, they arrest CZ, they shut down BUSD, they stop all bank deposits into Binance, they give it this enormous 1.5 years of FUD, 2022, 2023, as much as they can, aggressive, and then BlackRock did the spot ETF. They get it launched. When does it come? In 2024. This is like a year and a half later. All the volume gets routed in through Cuckbase, and exactly where we are today. Okay, so what does that leave us with? It leaves us with CZ, an innocent man, goes to jail for 4 months. BUSD gets shut down. Binance basically legs get cut off. Are you opening your eyes now? You're opening your eyes. pDAI is an unstable coin. Okay. Whoever made this, by the way, I'd like to place my left hand on your right shoulder and gently nod in your direction. Thank you. This is a very, very nice picture. Regulation. The cop hat. Papers, documents. Looks like a butthole. Regulation, warning sign. Stablecoin law. The judge's hammer. Really good, by the way. Unstable coin. And this is pDAI running. What do I do? What do I do? What am I? What am I? Shut up. You're an unstable coin. That's what you are. And by the way, you've already gone to zero twice. Do I need to remind you? Very lovely picture. This like perfectly summarizes it. All right. So now you know there is literally zero upside for any person to ever speak of a stablecoin. There is zero upside. The only people generally benefiting from stablecoin talk are glowers themselves, which are basically, they are US Fed spooks, they are CBDC light, they are corrupt, toxic, cancerous, octopus tentacle scum. Maybe you've heard of them. Tether and USDC. So Tether, the T is USDT, T for trash, and USDC, it's USD and then C for cuck. Now, friends, like, I don't even have to, I don't even need to explain a video here for you, because the CEO of Circle, okay, he literally looks like a bug himself. So we are not going to have this argument about whether or not they're in bed with the bug eaters. They are literally bugs themselves. You never trust a person with bug eyes. Hence, he's literally a walking worm. Look at him. Probably hanging around the leaves of the trees. Probably hanging out in the sunlight. So we're not having this conversation. So Paolo, the USD trash CEO, remember they hired the Secret Service. They hired the CI Apple, the Coconut Intelligence Agency. They hired the fancy banana investigators. Tether is CBDC light, okay? And so is Circle, USDC. Okay, nothing we can do about it. So that's why the Tether CEO can go and just flap their mouths about everything, okay? Because basically the government's like, okay, if you didn't play ball, we were going to axe you and we were going to take over. But you did play ball. You let us in. No problems here. There you go. Okay, so that's why they're in. So also curious as well, Bitcoin Maxi, Max Keiser, he's an ICO investor in Tether. So, I mean, talk about the hypocrisy. Owning Bitcoin, saying that Bitcoin's going to pop the fiat bubble, and then you're an ICO investor in Tether, which is literally CBDC poison coming to crypto and blockchain, and they are becoming a risk for Bitcoin. And by the way, they hate Bitcoin so much, they don't even use your dog shit chain. They have to go deploy on Ethereum. Just funny how the world works, isn't it? Okay. So the conclusion of all of these things are, friends, I've given you this top-down approach. Okay. Has there been any successful story of anybody gaining any positive attention from talking about stablecoins that they founded or involved with? No, not one case. Okay. The only people who have, they're not people. Okay. One of them's a literal bug and the other one's a Glowie. He's a US Fed spook. Okay. From Tether. So there's literally no one who's worth a dime talking about. No one has benefited at all. Okay. You want nothing to do with this. So the conclusion of all of these, by the way, look at this picture. Friendship confirmed. Trusted by professionals. I mean, like, what type of professionals, you know? A pole dancer's a professional. So, conclusion. pDAI has no founder. All right? pDAI will never have anyone admit involvement. We are the oracle. What that means is, if there's a DEX named PulseX, okay, whatever the price trades on the chain, which can't be shut off, that's the price. When I say we are the oracle, that's what I mean, okay? It means whatever it trades there, that's the price on the supermarket shelf. It's a supermarket shelf, nobody can basically shut down, okay? So if this thing wants to trade at, 99 cents to $1, it's allowed to. Don't ask me how, because I don't know. Also, pDAI is an unstable coin. True. Went to zero twice. Could go to zero a third time. Also, pDAI is the protein version of DAI. So, DAI originated on Ethereum. The co-founder, Nikolai, is dead. They got him to drown in 1 foot deep of water on an ocean front. And he had bullets in the back of his head, probably. They just never released in the book. Oh, golly gee. You somehow drowned and shot yourself in the back of the head multiple times. And you went on Twitter a week before your death saying it was all going to happen. Golly gee. Whoa. So many coincidences. Okay. Nikolai's dead. You don't want to touch his stuff. Okay. This is ultimate power and control. So, now you get it. Okay. Now you get it. DAI on Ethereum is being sunset out. They now have USDS, S for soy. MakerDAO is sunset out. They're now Skynet. Yes, like the Terminator movie, Skynet. And they do have a blacklist function in their code. Okay, so all these trash CBDC currencies, Tether, USDC, USDS, garbage filth, all of them have a blacklist function, okay? Justin Sun's coin, USDD, I don't think it has... I think it's controlled by the Tron DAO, but also if they really want, they could just take Justin out, because then he's holding a lot of the collateral. I think a lot of the collateral backs it with like Tron, and I think it's controlled by the DAO. So I think the video has become clear, if you know what I mean, friends. Remember, you know about that risk? There's a risk diode where like you don't want to say the name of like a scam because you send people to the scam. Okay, well, now you have to read between the lines. Okay, now I have a retard diode. Okay, so if you don't get what I'm saying right here, I can't help you. Go and do something else. For everyone else, you understand the game that's being played out here. Okay, what do we do from here? I'm going to continue to believe. Still begging for a pegging. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you in the next one.